Professor Fat Shady from the University of Trials, and today we are starting on a new account. I have talked about the challenges that I've had trying to get my Xbox resolution and getting prepared for Series X and all this other nonsense, and I went, you know what? I actually think I can go back now to PC. I think my PC account was completely wiped and deleted. Looks like I have played a bit. But this is a new account. Unlike my Xbox account where I have 385 acorns spare, I now have 10. So we might have to be careful about what we purchase. But for the moment, we can just start unlocking some tracks. So I don't even remember where I got up to. I still have my own contracts, which is kind of weird. But I think like normal, I'm just going to look for tracks with no medals and start. So here we are again. So it looks like I'm kind of over here. Okay, so I've got some stadiums to do. Oh, and all my customization has to be changed. All of it, I think, looks horrible. I think that audio level is good. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure at this point I don't even have Mantis. I don't have anything. Do you know what? Tonight, I feel like some mindless trials. Yeah, so the deal is I'm away, so it's Thursday night. Chris knows it's Thursday night. But I'm going away all weekend, so I won't get a chance. I missed the time saver to stream tomorrow, what I normally would, so I decided to do it tonight because I'm a man of the people. Chris, 20 months? Seriously? Oh, make it for Chris. Didn't make it for Chris. Congratulations on the graduation. Do you want 20? Just get... That was for you, Chris. Oh, I was going to ask a question. Hey, Cos. Hey, well, what's going on? Am I playing the whole game? I mean, yeah, kind of. I've got to unlock this. I've got to unlock this again, so... Yeah, I might as well. Hey, do you want me to play on Xbox? Controller. Let's play on controller. Let's see if I can. I was going to say... So it's not letting me navigate yet. So it's detected my controller. Okay. Awesome. So where am I up to? Like, what's the next track to do? Must be Stadium. Alright. I'm going to try the controller. I'm playing on PC? Yes, I am. So my whole issue is that I wanted to try and play on Xbox. And look, so the only reason I didn't play on PC for this entire game from the start from 2 years ago was because my build was corrupted because of the dev build that I had. So I had to go to Xbox. I went to Xbox, played the whole way through, made all my progression, and now I want to play in 4K, and I have to keep swapping my display settings all the time. It's not worth the effort, so I'm playing on PC from now on. And now I'm playing with keyboard just for fun. Greek Panther, what is up, my friend? So let's play on keyboard, which I never normally do. Yeah, that's why it's all locked, man. All on PC. So part of this, so really the stream tonight is just going to be playing to just unlock stuff. Now, when there's a few more people here, I want to go and check something out. I watched someone else's stream today, and they played the Uni Trials tracks, and they've actually changed the design of them. I was surprised. So I want to go check that out, because that's news to me. Yeah. I kind of feel a little bit sad if that's the case. Playing Auntie? Cool. Stiff. I hope everyone's having a good Thursday. Well, how could you? How could you possibly have a good Thursday? It's insane. Oops. Oh, what's back? Backspace. How far away is he? Can I catch him? Oh, I'm already in front of him. Man, playing on keyboard is a weird thing. Yeah, so that should be the challenge tonight, firstly, is just how far can I play on keyboard? I feel like it's reasonably far. So what is disappointing is that I don't think you earn that many acorns these days, so I may have to spend even more money. I wish you could transfer acorns from one account to the other. But Greek Panther. Any call from Shanahan? Yeah, not yet. I'm waiting for the call. Sweet. So maybe I do have... Oh, you know what it is? I think I've got the season pass on here. So that's all golds. That's all gold. Oh, no. Here, cool. So this is what I'm up to. And I haven't even got... Oh, man. So I haven't even got Bloody Mantis yet. Level 42. But hello, everybody. That is here hanging out with me on this lovely Thursday. Does it feel like it's been a long week? Just for a joke, I want to say, has anybody been paying attention to the election in the US? Dear God. Civ, what's going on? Hola. Oops. Well, what happens here? I think I've got to drop down. Yes. Does anybody want to see the awesome skateboard that I designed today? No. Good. Hey, Bam, what's going on? Dunk. I like that ending. That's a funny one. Oh, I didn't get notification for Hosty Host. But Capito Jack. Capito Jack. Thank you. Yes, this is kind of weird. Playing through the game again. But I think the keyboard's a challenge. I'm not going to change at all, but I figured why not. Oh, actually, sorry. I should look at that bad boy. Look at that, man. I'm just making sure the reflection's not in it. There it is. That way. Look at that. You've got a little pink star. I'm very happy with my skateboard. Let's play some trials. So I'm going to put clear grip tape over the top of that. So I've been wanting to do clear grip tape on a custom sticker design for like forever. My wifey, the amazing woman she is, has bought herself a little machine that effectively custom make stickers, and you can kind of just create whatever the hell you like. No, see, cause the cool thing is, well, actually two cool things. One, I can't grind because I'm rubbish at skateboarding. Two, that's underneath the grip tape, so that'll be protected, man. I'm gonna have clear grip tape over the top of it. The bottom of the board has that design on it, so that's the one that'll get messed up. Shout out to Folklore Australia. But yeah, the top part will be protected by grip tape, so I'm kind of happy. And I have pink bearings and white wheels that are going to look disgusting in about a day, but super soft wheels, and I just can't wait to just cruise around on this thing. So the other thing is I'm keen to test out with this PC account is the fact that I've been playing with input lag forever. So I actually want to get into a bit of speed running. What? How do you restart? Is it R? Yeah. I want to get into some speed running. And see what I'm like without the input lag. Who did I motivate? Paul. Yes. Yes, Paul. The wheels are white. Solid white. Yeah, Paul. Have you skated before? Yeah, I mean, I was the same. I used to ride and muck around on a skateboard when I was like a kid, but as a method of transport and barely at all. My only memory of it is actually breaking my wrist. Apart from that, I do not recall riding a skateboard ever. And then when I was about 20, I think I rode a skateboard for a few months as like a method of transport, but again, like only like when I was going into the city or something, I was like, you know, I just needed to get from the train station to somewhere else. Outside of that, I had never, and then yeah, probably for the last year and a half. Very embarrassing and humbling. You want to do a drop-in before your son? Hey, Blanderson, what's going on? How old's your son, Paul? Death on wheels, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's what it feels like. Especially, and the older you get, the more death it feels like. Yep, tonight felt like a serious beverage stream night too. He's 8. Alright, I think you'll be fine. It took me a while to build up the courage to drop in, and even now I'm probably a bit I'm hesitant, but it's one of those things that people will just tell you just got to commit, lean forward more than you think you can, because leaning backwards is death. Top 100 on throttle control? Nice. GG's. Major people. By the way, for those just joining, I am playing on keyboard right now, which is why I look like a bit of an amateur noob, and I haven't unlocked the Mantis, so we just grinding. Sense of your immortality. Dude, absolutely, man. It's, like I say, like to me, I sort of describe that as humbling, but yeah, it does just remind you of all that stuff. But I tell you, man, like it's... Yeah, I'm still scared of absolutely everything, but it's so much fun. Yeah, so what size board are you going with, Paul? Or you spoke to the skate shop and got some advice? Because, man, I've experimented with so much. Major Pickle, the new account. So the story is, I've been playing on Xbox for like 2 years, and I want to play my Xbox, and especially when I get the Series X in 4K. I have a 4K television, but I don't have 4K capture equipment. I thought I bought myself the right capture card, so I had 4K pass-through and 1080p recording, because that's all I want to do for streaming, because that's how I get the Xbox content into the computer. And yeah, it turns out that I didn't stuff up, but it just doesn't work. And as soon as I plug it into the computer, I either get input lag through the monitor, or the Xbox goes back to 1080p every time I try and stream. So I ended up, just getting rid of. I just said, you know what, I'm disconnecting the brand new capture card I bought, $200+, probably never going to use it. The Xbox is plugged into the TV with no capture capability, and the PC that I own is now my streaming device, and that's it. And basically, I won't stream unless I've got it on PC. That's my hope. I mean, I may change my tune on that, but right now, that's where I'm at. And I don't really, like, every time I stream other games, like, no one cares. So I'm probably not going to bother streaming too much other stuff. 8.5 makes sense, dude. Of course 8.5 makes sense. The board I just showed was 8.5. So I'm going back to 8.5. So I'm waiting. So I started out on 8.5 as my first deck ever. And it was awesome. And then I was like trying to get super cool. So I went to a 8.25. And then I tried to even get super cooler and went to an 8. And then I went, 8s are rubbish and I'm way too big for them. So then I've been on 8.25s ever since. And just this week I decided to go back to the 8.5, but again, the 8.5 is now more of like my cruiser board, so I'm trying to do this with like soft wheels, nice big deck, and wow. So come on, man, tell me, do you know what you got? Like what parts you got? Did they just make up? Did you buy a complete? Did they make it up for you? I get the deck width. What trucks are you getting? What wheels are you getting? I want to hear all the deets, man. Give me it all, because I tell you, there is something. I suck at skateboarding, but I like fiddling with the skateboard and building it and experimenting with different parts. Samuel, welcome to University of Trials. Yeah, man, I tell you, there's nothing like just experimenting with different wheels and different bearings and different bushings, and yeah, I'm having a lot of fun just feeling what feels comfortable. And custom making stickers. Basically, every deck I do from now on, I want to do with my own stickers and clear grip tape. I want that to be my thing. I see you in the chats of some new Trials players. Do you get a kick out of telling people you're actually the guy in the game? Absolutely I do, man. Controller disconnected. I'm not using one. Yeah, man, I get a massive kick out of it. So it's kind of weird for me, right? Because part of me is like, I want to go in everyone and just scream at them and go like, I'm in the game, it's me. And I do that sometimes. And then other times I just kind of chat, and sometimes other people in the chat say, hey, do you know that's the tutorial guy? And sometimes I just chat and just talk Trials, man. But honestly, I like I get a kick out of seeing new people experience this game. So that's about it, to be honest. I just enjoy just talking to new people. And pretty much anytime I jump on a Twitch, I jump on whoever's streaming Trials. So if I see someone new, I always try and stop in and say hi. And even just welcome to the community and stuff. Like, I feel like that's part of the experience with Trials, is especially on Twitch. There's such a good community here. We're always so welcoming, and usually you'll recognize someone. If you go, I promise you, if you hang out on this channel a bit, you go into any Trials stream and you'll recognize people from the community. It's awesome. You used to skate, Samuel? Nice, man. I started at 37. I'm embarrassingly bad for how long I've been skating, but in saying that, I only skate, like, at the moment, I'd be lucky if I skate once or twice a week maximum, and I do it for a few hours at a time, so I'm only doing like a couple hours a week, so I can't really expect major progression. Hey, JM Hop. Yeah, man. I think most people, like, if you, the only reason why I haven't followed you on Twitch is because you are like in a region, because my time zone sucks. I probably haven't seen you, because if I see someone, I'm usually following. Buzz, what's going on? 8.5 deck, strong truck, soft wheels. Oh, I love it, man. Seriously, I love it. Paul, if you have any questions, man, hit me up. You should know how to find me. Yes. Yeah, honestly, look, man, it's just the best. I mean, there's so much good advice, but just I don't know, just work within your limits. Don't be embarrassed to skate parks. Don't be embarrassed to wear pads. I tell you, the first day I took my board out for a ride, my daughter was going up to the park, and I just tried to like push the board and just ride up there. I stacked, came down on my elbow. I'm sure I diagnosed myself with a burn bruise, and I couldn't use my elbow properly for 6 months. So, yeah. And I haven't hurt myself, like, really since. Like, I've slammed a couple of times, like, pretty hard, but haven't actually come up with any injuries. I ended up with some, like, repetitive strain type injuries in my Achilles, and because I'm a pretty big guy, so all that jumping around and whatnot is, kind of smashing my Achilles and whatnot. But otherwise, yeah, haven't really had any major issues, but just work within your limits. Oh, pickle. Yeah, man. Yeah, but that's the exception, not the rule. Most people don't do night shift. How do I do speed runs on the board? Going fast is not hard. Stopping is. Well, actually, no, stopping's easy if you don't care which part of your body you use to stop. I'm not selling it. I'm trying to be realistic for you, man. If you want me to sell it, I can sell it. It's, I don't know, it's, do you know what it is? I actually see, actually no, this is not going to sell it, but I see a lot of parallels between trials people and skaters, right? Not for the creativity aspect, but for the persistence aspect, right? Trials is all about failing 1,000 times, but keeping at it, because you know that on that 1,001st attempt, that might be the attempt where you succeed. And that's what skating's about, except imagine if every time you failed in trials, you hurt yourself. Like, imagine every time I, like, got a fault, someone punched me in the face. Like, that is, firstly, actually, that's a stream. Like, boom. That's a stream I'd watch, but that's what skating's like. Or at least, actually, no, not true. That oversells the amount of pain you go through. It's not that bad. No. Imagine if every time you faulted. So actually, we should do this. We should absolutely make a stream like this. Every time you fault, right? So but like, imagine you're trying to speed run or just even complete a track, like here. Every time you fault, there's a possibility that you get punched in the face. You don't. Maybe you only get punched in the face once every 20 or 30 faults. But you don't know which one it is. But every time you fault, there's just that little part of you just goes... That's what skating's like. Oh, dude, Johnny Geiger's incredible. I really like Johnny, actually, because he's just... Like, he's incredibly talented, hugely creative, but also just seems like a really nice dude. Yeah, Johnny Geiger's one of my favorites, actually. And again, as far as like skaters to watch and just be in awe, and I don't know many skaters, because again, I didn't grow up with skate culture, right? So, roll a D20. Yeah, man, we should totally do that. Actually, that's how you do it too. You just get a D20. Anyway, yeah. So Rodney Mullen is like the dude that I really like to watch. If I as far as like OGs, respect for just the creativity and the amazingness that is Rodney Mullen. And then Johnny Geiger is someone that I really get a kick out of watching as well, because I don't know, he's just very talented, but just a nice human. I tell you, man, keyboard riding is weird. Shout out to anybody that rides with a keyboard. So this is the thing. I don't want to get adjusted, or maybe I'm already getting adjusted to the lack of input lag here. Yeah, hey, I know about that too. It's weird, but after finding, like, you know, discovering that stuff, I'm like, I'm a lot less interested in that channel. Like, I used to watch some of their stuff, and their tutorials were good, but the more I looked at it, I was like, like it's just, yeah, I think it. And look, credit to them, man. I'm not one to judge anyone's YouTube content, to be honest, because there's stuff that I think is ridiculous. Dudes are making a lot of money, much more successful than I am. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe you know better than I do. I need a sneeze button. Yeah, Jaws is nuts. What's hybrid style? I think I made the volume too loud. Oh, I gotta get gold. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Make it. Why does she do that? Like to what end? To what benefit? Damn, couldn't look at smash me. Yeah, I'm gone. Alright, we gotta do this one again. Yeah, please do, Paul. Really keen to hear about it. How did I complete that? I don't know how that worked. I'm gonna have so many crates plugged into this. Civ saying controller's weird for those that play on keyboard. Yeah, I get that. Well, it's whatever you're used to, right? Leaning. Yeah, I don't know. If you're gonna do that, if you want analog inputs, just use the face buttons on the controller instead of the triggers. Hey, Giraffe, Meatfish, what's going on? T Hill. How many? What? Actually, what was your ad experience? What? 3? No. Are you serious? Are you serious? Come on. I haven't seen that. I mean, I better be getting paid, right? Like, that's the only way that you can feel slightly good about it. Certainly the only way I feel good about it. And I mean, I am, but it's not enough to justify having you sit through 3 ads. Unless I get 3 times the money. I mean, which I doubt. Damn, that's insane. I can't control that either, can I? Meatfish, did I solve my issue with the capture card? I absolutely did. I stopped using it, and I'm playing on PC from now on. Hey, Giraffe, man. No, thanks for... thanks for your generous donation of your 3 ad watches for me. Hey, Extreme's here. Kerry, what's going on? Oh my god, Squid. That's the problem with just smashing enter. Good to see people. It's a weird night. For me, it's a school night for me, so now I've got to reach position 2. on the keyboard on the squid. I'm pretty sure these AI ended up getting massively nerfed, didn't they? I'll take it. You just went into lockdown? So you shaved your head. Where are you, Giraffe? And why are you just going into lockdown? Kerry, am I playing on keyboard? Yeah, for the moment. So basically, this is going to be my main account now, I think. Well, look, actually, look, let's be honest. I haven't had a main account for years. I don't really care. Like I do. Like my Xbox will always be my main account with all my plats and stuff. But I figured the way that I'm streaming at the moment, I'm just talking nonsense. I'm just playing whatever feels good. So it's a bit of Track Central. I'll do some challenges. Whatever. I don't care. But I just want something that's easy to stream on, to be honest. So PC it is. Oh, is UK going back into lockdown? I'm sorry, I'm not across it. Hold on. Why are you building a sauna? By the way, I missed saunas. Month long? Man, that sucks. Dude, we've, mind you, the state to the south of me had a pretty serious lockdown. But I've been pretty happy. We've been doing pretty well down here, so Aussies are doing it well. Wow. That's nuts, me fish. Dude, look, out in Victoria, so the state south of me, they were getting like, I think at their peak they were like 700, 800 a day. Where's my head? Why do I have no head? And yeah, they went into lockdown for like 6-8 weeks, and now they've had no cases for 6 days straight. So, you know what? It's tough, but worth it sometimes. Seriously, Brent back? Do you know what? I'm all for that. It's a health issue, not a criminal matter. Well, at least for some. Sweet. More tracks on the beautiful map. Head gone. No head in the game. Oh, freak Mike. Couldn't resist the chance. Man, I'm wearing the shirt, dude. We gotta be nice. Oris, what's going on? I mean, the whole thing is, like, I don't know. If alcohol is, you know, a drug, it can be abused. It can be used reasonably. You know, have good education, good, safe, labeled products. And I like, I think I'm still pretty much of that view of there's still some that some that I think should be available and decriminalized and just treated like, you know, like tobacco and alcohol and stuff, and then others I'm still probably against. But really, when you see, you know, a whole bunch of people in prison, especially for things like weed, it's just a waste of human life, taxpayer money, and everything else. No, T Hill, dude. I've heard your stories, man. I haven't heard many, but I already know your stories. Oh, I'm just flexing. Oh, my back is ruined. Yeah, Blenderson, that makes sense. Hey, Dirtmite, what's going on? GG on your season. Our season is done. 100% over. Finished. You heard about what's going on with us, dude? With my beautiful, mighty 49ers? Anybody here NFL fan that wants to talk about bad luck? I'm here for you. It's Mullins time, right? Dude, so we played in NFC title match before... the NFC title game that got us... I guess it was the game that got us into the Super Bowl, was it not? Where we just destroyed the Packers? We're playing the Packers on tomorrow night. Or tomorrow, whenever it is your time. And not a single skill player. None of our running backs. None of our wide receivers, our tight end, our quarterback. I guess fullback's probably not counted in that. Our fullback is skillful. But anyway, of all of those players, none of those players from the game that was only a few months ago are in this game tomorrow night. Like, we've just had today a wide receiver, our left tackle, and our best rookie wide receiver get put on the COVID list. Our quarterback and our tight end are out for 8 weeks plus. And we still waived a wide receiver who was a draft pick from 2018. So you think how bad that guy feels. They've literally got no players. They like, I was joking with actually Greek Panther, who was in here before. I was joking with him earlier today that we're just going to put down our jerseys and just stand around the stadium, because I reckon the coaches will see us and be like, yeah, you'll do. We just need bodies right now. So if I was ever going to get a chance to play for the 49ers, it's this week, because they have nobody. I said to him, it's only like, what, week 8? And I was like, dude, let's start looking forward to the draft, because we got nothing else. You love Pettis too? Dude, look, as a human being, I am a big advocate of, look, these are people that put their body on the line and they train massively hard. I can't even get myself to do exercise regularly. These people train so hard, they deserve every bit of ridiculous amounts of money they get. They risk their lives and health, and they will have health complications, a lot of them later on in life, because of some of the stuff they do for our entertainment, man. Pay them all the money they get. I wish them nothing but success. But equally, it's a business, and if you're not cutting it, you're not cutting it. So, is that true? I haven't looked at Jimmy's contract, Meat Fish. Does he have nothing left on it? I know Parag Marate, I think his name is, the dude that structures our contracts, is an absolute genius, right? One of the best in the league. So, yeah, we have a lot of contracts we can get out of. Like, we spend a lot of money, but we can get out of contracts pretty well. Trade him back to the Pats, dude. That's crazy enough to work. And we wouldn't get much for him. No, it's not true. We'd get a lot. Yeah, it's interesting with Jimmy. I think you can put a lot of this season stuff down to his high ankle sprain, and it's now getting surgery and torn ligaments and stuff. He wasn't accurate at all this season. Last season, he got us to the Super Bowl, right? So I think anyone that forgets that is just, short-sighted. However, when you look at, like, the best assessment I saw of him from someone was, he's not elite. He's a good quarterback, right? He's not Russell Wilson. He's not Jackson. He's not, Dak was playing good. He's not, bloody Mahomes. Like, these guys are on a different tier, and you know you have to sort of accept that. I don't think that's his ceiling. I think he's good. He can run Shanahan's system. My issue with him at the moment is, and again, I think his ankle has absolutely been impairing him, but like he's missed some wide open throws that were just there for the taking. Yeah, is he top 15? I reckon he could be top 15. Is he top 10? I'd struggle with that. He'd be borderline 10, 12, 13, something. Yeah, Meatfish, tell me the story, dude. Professional sports players who are in sports where retirement is mid-30s. Thoughts would be the most unhappy group of people on the planet. The hard thing is they build up so much of their life and only their life dedicated to just that thing. And then once that's taken away from them, I can imagine a lot of them don't have solid plans to fall back on. They just haven't, they haven't studied, they haven't built up a career, they haven't done other bits and pieces. So, yeah. And it's a maths game, right? There's a lot of people that make it to the NFL and might only play a couple of games. There's a lot of people that make it to the NFL and never put a uniform on. There's people that make it to the NFL and bounce around to 20 different teams and struggle to get on practice squads. And yeah, for all the glamour and glitzy stories, there's a lot of other just regular human stories. Cod Kendall? I don't know. How you doing? Oh, well, hey, I've got, so to Dirt Mite's comment, I've got Metcalf on my fantasy team. Yeah, dude, he's fun to watch. He is fun to watch, man, seriously. Actually, I will say, Mosley, our cornerback, got smoked by him a couple of times early, but actually held his own towards the second half of the game. So I was impressed with his fight. I thought he was going to get smoked and just lose confidence, and then once cornerbacks lose confidence, they give up touchdown after touchdown. Metcalf is a freak, and you need to just acknowledge that, and sometimes you're going to get beat by him. Like, I don't even think there's shame in getting beaten by someone like him. Later, Civ. Thanks for hanging out, man. Like, I think Metcalf's one of those guys that's just like, nah, just respect it, and just hope that most of the time you can deal with it. Yeah. So, once upon a time, as an NFL journalist, started up a side hustle coaching American football in UK schools. NFL players involved through contacts I made in journalism. Wow. Crazy, not crazy. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, my friend. One of the guys working in the company played college ball in Kansas State. Positional coach was Jim. Don't know who that is, by the way. Wow, okay. See, I only started becoming a fan of the 49ers in 2015. And I wouldn't have known in 2015 positional coaches. I still probably don't, to be honest. I know some of them now. But, linebackers, man, that was my position. Wow, that's so cool, Meatfish. I tell you, by all accounts, the 49ers are an absolute top class organization, top to bottom. Just good humans, good stuff, good feedback from players, great culture, great community involvement. Like, I'm super proud to be a fan of them. Dude, that's tough. Seriously, Meatfish? Like, sorry to hear that, dude. That's... Yeah, that's horrible. Crazy. That's cool, man. I'm very happy to hear that. My goal has always been to help. It's actually been weird, I'll be honest. Like, I used to put a lot more effort into YouTube content because... So basically, I always wanted to stream. And I couldn't stream because my internet sucked because Australia, basically as a government, doesn't seem to care about technology. So I couldn't stream. So I had to use YouTube. So I used YouTube for the longest possible time. And then I finally started getting to a bit of streaming, you know, in and around Fusion. And yeah, probably around Fusion. And then I spent 2 years, so I probably cut back on a lot of content because I was working behind the scenes without telling anybody on Rising for 2 years. And then when Rising finally came out, I put so much work into the in-game tutorials that I was kind of like, I think I did most of the extreme tutorials on YouTube, and then just went, I've already, like, it's weird. Like, I used to have to make tons of content because there were so many things I hadn't taught people, but now I'm like, you know what? I did the in-game tutorials. That should be enough. If you just do that, and I've already put the work in, I don't need to tell you too much more. So I don't get that many requests for tutorials, and I do a lot less on YouTube now. And I'm kind of happy with that, to be honest. I feel like I have a lot less time now than I did when I was making content. It's been, what, 7 years? Yeah, I think it's been over 7 years, or 6, 7 years since I started Uni of Trials. Hey, Dirt Mite, you can talk football, dude, but I don't want you swearing in the channel. Platinum medal? How did I get a platinum while talking? I'm on keyboard and I'm not even paying attention. Yeah, actually, even before we played you guys Dirt Mite, I was saying you guys were going to win NFC West. And I'll tell you, man, NFC West is a crazy hard division. Dude, that's insane, Meatfish. So crazy asking what state I live in? New South Wales. You start asking for my mother's maiden name and credit card details and everything, then yeah, we got problems. Yeah, New South Wales, dude. Why? What's up? You gonna come visit? Yeah, Dirt Mite. It's insane, man. What was it? Was it NFC East that had like a team that was like 2-4 and they were winning the division, and every team in NFC West has 4+ wins? Do you know what? My wife gets a bit weirded out by my constant willingness to invite strangers to our house. Oh. Oh, you're in Victoria, dude. Hey, how are you liking post-lockdown life, man? You guys did it tough. Like, really tough. Blanderson, where are you from? Why? Again? I mean, that's a bonus. I'll take that then. Two and 16. Yeah, but crazy. You guys have had double donut days for like all week, right? Since you're starting again on the PC, you're going to redo squirrels. Look, I have no plans. Honestly, all I want to do is unlock all the tracks and then I can just play stuff. But I really don't have... Like, at this stage, trials and my trial streams, like I'm happy to engage with people, and if people have got like tutorial-y type things they want, but I don't know, it's become far more just about, you know, just hanging out with the community, playing some trials. Like sometimes I'll set myself a challenge, sometimes I might try Track Central stuff, sometimes I speed run, but whatever, man. Just play some trials. The good thing about trials, like I don't know, it can just be fun to just cruise around, unlock stuff. And by the way, I need to get another beverage. Anyone else want something while I go? No, Extreme, you cannot. Xbox, this is the one thing, man. They've got like cross-platform leaderboards and stuff, but you can't take my Xbox progress and move it to PC and Xbox, PlayStation, whatever. It doesn't work, and that sucks. I only had like 6 diamonds or something. I was never a diamond hunter. I haven't got the patience. If you're offering, I'll take a Tim Tam. Yeah, man. You've heard they're great. So hold on. So you're UK meat fish, if I read that right. Yeah, Tim Tams are incredible. Yeah, dude, I've got it. So, I've got it on every platform. So I've got it on Switch, I've got it on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And yeah, I wish it was all one account. It is handy when you want to like I said, like I want to go back and play the tutorials for the first time without resetting my whole account. It's nice to have other accounts to do stuff sometimes, but yeah, I'd be happy if it was all one. Frosty wants a bev. What? I was too busy. It's fine. I was too busy watching. Frosty wants a drink. I've got 11 seconds. Are you kidding? I'm getting a drink. Does this work? I tried to create something that would allow me to have a video.
Welcome to the University of Trials. My name is Professor Fat Shady, and I'll be here throughout your journey to teach you all you need to know about riding a trials bike. Your education will be broken down into a number of lessons. You'll start with Trials 101, a 4-part introduction to the basics of trials riding. When you're ready, we'll take you to our all-new training facility. This is where you'll get to practice more advanced skills and be graded on your performance. So if you want to ride like these recent graduates, enroll now, and one day, this could be you.
That was my weak attempt at like having a little video to keep you amused while I went and grabbed a beverage. Albi. Oh, Chris, seriously? Sorry to hear that, man. Crazy. I'm really enjoying it. It was weird. I started playing, and then I stopped. Mainly because I remembered that I was most of the way through Borderlands 3. So I decided to go back and finish. Sorry, that's a little bit too loud. I decided to go back and finish Borderlands 3, which I just finished for the first time like last week. And then I'm going away this weekend. When I get back, Watch Dogs will be my next game. Dude, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, I was playing it last night. I think, look, the criticism I've heard of it was just that the characters, because you can play as anybody, and just because of the way you'd have to make a game like that, like the characters don't have, like, they all have like a backstory, but it feels just procedurally generated, which it is because of how crazy what they've tried to do is, which means that it's hard to have an emotional connection with this. So like I get the struggle and the fight and everything, but the players feel like the sort of the NPCs that become protagonists just feel hollow, and they feel like there's just like I can just feel a library of voices and some matrix in the background that just says this story with this player character and this voiceover, but it's not like, I don't know, like when games are made with humans and characters and protagonists in mind, their story is fleshed out. There's a level of emotion and connection to this player that you tend to get, which I feel lacking. So I think, look, I've heard that criticism. I feel like that criticism is valid. That stuff aside, the game itself is fun. The city looks awesome. And yeah, it's been fun. Like, if you like Watch Dogs games, it's been really, really good. What I'm interested in doing is actually, so the one thing that you can do though is that I think it allows you to create your own connections with these players. So you just keep kind of experimenting and finding different people until you find.
I like that.
Yeah, and you find different people. So, like, I've definitely found some characters I connect more with and have enjoyed sort of playing with them as a result. But yeah, it's yeah, you make of it what you will, but it's fun. Like, it's definitely worth a play. Tanuki Sarge, welcome to the University of Trials. Oh, and Meatfish, hometown of London. Yeah, I wish there was more games set in Sydney. Oh, sorry, I'll take that back. A game. The best we got was like Forza Horizon 3. Oh, come on! I did that so small. We gotta do it. We got a minute. This is another one that kills you? No, you're supposed to go over. Oh! No! That one you're supposed to go over it. Nice! Felly 8378, whatever. I'm unschool. I can't hear you, but I can watch you. Yeah. Felly, a word of advice from your professor. You can't hear me, so I should type this. If you think unschool is the word, then you should pay more attention in class than be right here. I'm just going to put that out there right now. Stay in school, kids. Stay in school. Stay on school. Yeah, man. There wasn't a contract with this. I'm just trying to get medals. Oh, and Assassin's Valhalla comes out next week. Oh, dude, Xbox Series X comes out next week. I'm excited, but I have to keep reminding myself of the electronics hardware anticlimax. Upgrade your PC, get a new console, especially like this generation of console, which is pretty much a fully backwards compatible console with not a huge amount of games. It's like upgrading your PC. You get super excited, you come home, you do like a performance test benchmark, and you like get all excited, you're like, oh, look how amazing it is. And then you go back and play a game from 6 years ago. So I've actually got the whole day off to play with Xbox Series X, and actually what I'll probably do is end up streaming it, talk about my experiences with it. I wasn't even thinking about streaming it because, yeah, I'm not streaming Xbox anymore. It's weird. Anyway, I'll stream it all day, I'm sure, and then Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed. So I'm going to hit up my buddies for Assassin's Creed and hopefully get to play that as well. So I'll just have a big gaming day. And skateboarding. Let's not forget that. Oh, that's tough, me fish. Yeah, I got lucky, man. I tried to get on the launch day shipment from the store that I went to, and missed out. So then at like 3, so it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. I wake up early because I'm a horrible human when I'm working from home. I don't need to be out of bed early, so I don't. So yeah, so I missed out on the launch day shipment, but I was like, cool, as long as I get it before Christmas, I'm happy. Ordered my console, and I was like, yep, I'll just get like the next batch, whatever that is. And I was hoping maybe, late November or something. And then, yeah, they bumped me up. They went, oh, nah, we've got more allocation, and as a result, you're getting it on launch day now. So I'm good. They're going to have it at 8 o'clock in the morning. I've already spoken to them. I've organized I've done all my trade-ins and stuff to pay off, so I pretty much already paid it all off. And yeah, just go and pick it up. I know I struggled on some of those, Giraffe. I struggled on some of those skill game plats. Some of them are hard work. Don't know why I bothered saving this. I guess the contract is no more than 6 faults, so maybe that's worthwhile. Wow. After that save... I've got to say, the trade-in deals I got were pretty good. So I ended up trading in a Day 1 Xbox One, a Xbox One S, and a Xbox One X. And now you think about them with Xbox, because everything's back compatible. And all the peripherals, all my controllers, all my whatever stuff I've got, it all just keeps working. So the old consoles become immediately redundant as soon as you get the new ones. So basically I traded in all 3 of those consoles. I still think I had to chip in about $500, but I ended up but that was it, to get both consoles for maybe $500. So when you add up how much I'd spent on all those things, yeah, sure, it adds up to quite a lot, but yeah, whatever. Whatevs. But then that's it for me for a long time. How much was my setup? What setup are we talking about? I don't really want to think about how much money I've spent on stuff. Yeah, but it's weird. It's more obsolete now. And this is why I wanted to trade in, because honestly, the resale... I mean, the trade-in prices I got were pretty comparable to resale prices anyway, but I can see the market being flooded with a whole bunch of... Oh my god! My spine. I can see the market being flooded with a whole bunch of last gen hardware and the price just plummeting. All right, and the trade-in deals that were available was to try and encourage everybody to upgrade. That won't last forever. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to jump ship right now, and I'm going to clean house. Because, yeah, once that's done, yeah, I think the price is going to drop of the current gen. How much from a PC? I think all up, and again, Aussie dollars, you're Victorian. I think all up, I actually had a look at it recently. Without hard drives, was about 2,400. Because I already had, you know, a few I don't know, 8 terabytes of hard drives or something, so I didn't bother upgrading or doing anything with them. But yeah, I think it was about 2.5. And I can't even remember what I've got, but I think it was an 8700 Ki7, 16 or 32 gig RAM. I can't remember which one. Probably only 16. I think 32 is excessive. Yeah, so 16 RAM, and 1080 GTX 1080. So man, it's a decent enough PC where I can be playing games on it. I just don't. Whoa. $2,000 a lot for a PC? I mean, like I agree. I don't want to say it's an insignificant amount, but yeah, not really, man. I mean, there's the graphics cards that go for more than that, aren't there? Well, the 3 series graphics cards, aren't they like ridiculous? Yeah, no, I'm sure they're good. They're just expensive. Oh, they're not. Oh, okay, they're not that bad, are they? Oh, actually, no. Yeah, mate, but still, they're like $1,500 or something, aren't they? I think actually, yeah, I remember talking to someone. They're at $1,500, $1,600. Yeah, that's maybe what I was thinking about secondhand. But this is the other thing crazy. When you learn about tax deductions and business expenses, it becomes a little easier to justify some of the costs. Oh, that's because of the bloody farming, right, Blenderson? Where they were, I don't understand bitcoins or the farms or whatever, but wasn't that the deal? Where you could somehow like just set up a whole bank of these things and effectively very small amounts of money, as long as you had effectively free electricity, you could sort of print Bitcoin. Like, you know what I mean. Hey, Giraffe. Dude, what? Like, this is the thing. I mean, yeah, hey, if you just saw the tax bill that I had to pay, yeah, I'm not as smart as I might sound. I hadn't done my tax for about 3 years. And let's just say I'll be going on a payment plan to resolve the matter. Probably my own stuff up, to be honest. Yeah. See, crazy, your friend calls you a brain-dead console player. Man, dude, it's like, we should embrace each other as just being gamers, right? Like, honestly. Just be happy that people are enjoying the hobby that you also enjoy. Ah, wrong bike. Neko, what's going on? Oh, no, Giraffe, no, dude, no. We cool, man. Yeah, but no. Look, I will totally say, and it's intentionally. When I set up the business aspect of the uni of trials, that was exactly what I called out. I'm like, man, if I'm generating income from, and again, it's very small amounts. Don't get me wrong. Like the work with Red Links aside, is like damn near insignificant. So yeah, it's nothing fancy, but. As a tax deduction and write-off, what it does mean that, anything that I get computer-related, console-related, gaming-related, video camera type equipment, all that type of stuff. My business is ultimately sort of video production, video gaming, this type of stuff. I mean, they're all tax deductible. So, happy days. But like I said, I sound smart. Tax bill that I just got. Yeah, it wasn't fun. This has got a crazy time saver on it, doesn't it, that start? Neko, 1300. GG's, man. That's solid. I don't even remember where I am, but I know anything in and around that top 1,000 is tough. Giraffe. I didn't even think about that, man. So this is the thing. You laugh at people, but I assure you they're smarter than you are. And me, like, don't get me wrong, sorry, I didn't mean that to be insulting. But like, we're the dumb ones because we're sitting here laughing at them, but they're the ones making money. So good luck to them. Yeah, I don't know if I can claim a free Ubisoft shirt as part of my brand. Well, I have game amnesia. I have controller amnesia. Oh, damn it. Speaking of amnesia, that is actually a game I've always wanted to stream, but I need it to be the right setting. And later, Bam. Thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, because I've finished Amnesia: A Dark Descent, but I haven't finished Machine for Pigs or whatever it was. Yeah, Dark Descent, Machine for Pigs. Yeah, I haven't finished Machine for Pigs, and I'd like to, but the problem is when I stream it, like obviously I want it to be dark and I want it to be atmospheric. And I did look into getting like a heart rate monitor because I tell you, man, that game scares the hell out of me. Yeah, I tell you, man, the diamond grind in this game is nuts. Yeah, Power Bike was my first, and honestly, it was just go like not slow, but just be sensible. Meant to actually go up high there. Oh. I remember the level designers asking me, and I've shared this story before. The level designers asked me to test this track or one of the tracks with this like mechanic in it. I don't think I was overly complimentary. Oh, what? I gotta reach one? What? Hate this. I gotta do that again. Fine. Fine. It's weird. This feels like a Friday night. I gotta go to work tomorrow. It's not good. So that's not bad on keyboard. That's not bad on keyboard. That's bad. Oh, I hate this track. This one's actually hard on keyboard. There we go. All right. Blenderson. It's not fun. I still remember as we were building the game, there was one obstacle on a track, and I'm so glad it didn't end up in the final build of the game. But it was there for such a long time, and every time I spoke to the team, and every time I was like over in Helsinki, I'd like sit dudes down and be like, listen. Like, I think even at one point, I'm not even a level designer, like I'm not a builder or anything. I remember once I went into the editor and actually just removed the obstacle and showed how much more fun the track was without, I think I just changed the obstacle a little bit. And yeah. There was 2 obstacles that I can think of that I was just, and thankfully they didn't make it in the game, but for the longest time just going, you can't do this. This is the part that I think a lot of people don't, like, maybe don't think about or don't realize. There are so many, like, internal discussions and there's so many arguments. And it's such a complicated process to do something creative with a large number of people that have different opinions. And this is the part that gets me, right? Like, I work in, like, a project delivery kind of space, right? We deliver changes and projects and stuff all the time. But when I have a look at our objectives, we never have the objective of fun. Like we have, improved sales and customer satisfaction and, speed to convert something. Like there's tangible metrics that you can have about a lot of business transactions, and they sound smart, but they're quite boring. You don't have one that is, it's got to be fun. Like, that's such a weird thing about video game development and creative industries as a whole, it's such an intangible thing, and fun means different things to different people, right? Like, how quickly I can get a quote on my insurance policy is kind of, for most market segments, the basics are kind of all there and they're consistent, but fun is different for every human. Optimized procurement protocols. I don't know. I mean, I would probably get a kick out of optimizing that. You mean there were plans worse than those guys on Desolate Dome? Yeah, there was. Absolutely, there was. Not. Yeah, probably not that annoying. No. I can think of one thing that's in the game, but nowhere near as much as it was in the game and how prominent it was in a particular track. Shady grind for green on keyboard. Nah, man. There was, and again, I think it's weird. The non-disclosure agreements we signed pretty much last forever, so there's probably stuff I'll never be able to talk about. And I don't think any of the stuff I'm talking probably isn't that bad, but I'm trying to be respectful of the guys. Were they the rails? That might have been one of them. That wasn't the first ones I was talking about, but yeah, the rails to me are one of the worst obstacles in the game. For sure. You know what? I love Blubby, but there's something wrong with him if he can pass green on keyboard. Like that. He is an intelligent and passionate and awesome dude, but how any normal human could do that is beyond me. Yeah, those rails are dumb. Yeah, what Giraffe said. Happy days. Yeah, I feel like there was like a track of just rails. It was horrible. It was so bad. I could be wrong, but and I tell you too, man. I was thinking about this earlier, but the amount of passion, like you imagine, like you think about it too, right? A lot of the level designers are well, not even but they're trials community people, right? I'm obviously a community. I always sort of reminded people I'm a community guy first. Tutorial guy slash. I guess I get to call myself a dev now, which is amazing. Still amazing. But that's sort of secondary, right? I'm still first and foremost part of the community and a part of sort of just trials fan. And you imagine the amount of passion, like think about if you had the opportunity that I did, how much passion you'd bring to those conversations. Now imagine like the whole elite group, which is 20 of us having that. Then imagine a whole bunch of level designers that were actually like us, and some of them were us that were brought into the game as level designers from the community. There is so much passion. So much passion. You have no idea. It's awesome. So, yeah, say what you want about the final product and everything else, man, but blood, sweat, tears, and passionate debate. A lot of opportunities. Make it, make it, make it, make it, make it. Oh, come on, how is that? Alright, I'm struggling a bit with this on the, oh, you know what it is? It's the Mantis with the keyboard. That's what it is. Sorry, I gotta change my playstyle completely. Far more twitchy. I don't have any objective here. I just got to complete the track. Nice. Why do you reckon Trials isn't more widely popular as a game series? It's so fun, I genuinely don't get it. It's a weird one, Meat Fish, but I think it's also probably really simple. It's the type of game that has to somehow sink its claws into you, and I think the people that are susceptible to that clawing is only a small subset of the population. Like, I just don't think that a game like this that requires this much repetition and it I think what it does, it just naturally selects the 2% of the population, the 10% of the gaming population, or whatever it is. It's a pretty small percentage, to be honest, that's predisposed to this type of, it's not grind, but I don't know. There's something. It's this desire to be better than yourself, and it's this desire to be better than your best, and it's far less about challenging others and real time and beating others and this sort of macho COD, type, or even the FIFAs and all. Like, it's not I beat you. Like, I love this about the competition here. It's not like when I win, you lose. Like, we can both win, and I might be better than you, but we're both progressing and we're both getting that sense of satisfaction. So the self-betterment is Welt. Welcome. Yeah, I think it's that type of thing. So yeah, you're right, Trackmania. But interestingly, way more popular is, look, some of it's luck, some of it's accessibility. I think I'd argued that, Trackmania, I mean, actually, so Oris, does Trackmania, does it have the, would you say that it has the level of, like, physics? I don't know. It's kind of a weird. I don't know. I've played Trackmania, but again, not at a high level, so I don't know how physicsy it is and how puzzly it is, rather than just sort of twitchy, speedrunny lines that it is. Right. So I know it's physics. There's still sort of physics in it and whatnot, but that feels more like just heaps and heaps and heaps of, like, medium difficulty tracks. So I don't know, but again, I haven't really got into it. But yeah, look, you're right, and I think, so, I don't know, a car's more accessible than motorbikes. Is people going from, like, I don't know, driving games by themselves are more accessible. You tend to find Trackmania, is that... I was thinking, is that... I guess it's on console and everything too, but does that even have analog inputs? Like, I feel like... And I could be just being elitist here, but I feel like Trials has got more depth than a Trackmania does. It's three-dimensional as opposed to having complex physics. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, so... But I just think those types of games only really appeal to a subset of gamers. So firstly, you've got to be a gamer, then you've got to be someone predisposed to it, then you've got to have the time to invest in it to actually develop a genuine skill. And I unfortunately just think that the net result of that is that a game like this will always have a relatively low ceiling, and I don't think it'll ever get mass appeal. Like, not like mass appeal levels. It could be, I mean, I don't know, like you think about it, it's like these indie titles sometimes and smaller games that get featured by some prominent streamer, Twitch dude, YouTube, whatever, and then they blow up and become massive, right? I don't see, like, Trials has had all of that type of stuff, so if it was going to get it, it would have had it. So, yeah, I don't feel it's ever going to sort of take another massive step. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, McFish, about the whole esport thing. The problem is, I think the problem with Trials as an esport is, as a spectator, it doesn't look hard, which sucks, right? But as a spectator watching top-level Trials, it looks easy. And even from, like, I'm far from top level. But I remember just before Fusion came out, I had an early build of the game. I was playing here at home one night, and I did a 2-fault run on Inferno. I just got lucky. All my runs were like 10 plus faults, and I just nailed this 2-fault run. So I recorded the replay just because I was excited about it. I spoke to Red Links, and I was like, guys, like, do you reckon I can release this? Like, no one else in the world's even seen Inferno yet. Do you reckon I could release this sort of 2-fault run? And it was pretty close to release date. I knew someone at Kotaku Australia, and they're like, yeah, dude, if you want to release the video, go for it. The one thing they said to me, they said, just don't show 0-fault, because we don't want to give away the whole the hidden ninja thing at the time. So I posted up this video, and I remember like some people in the comments, I'm sure I still remember a comment, and it was like, I thought Inferno was supposed to be hard. It's really easy, blah, blah, blah. And then like other people chimed in and were like, "Nah, dude, you're forgetting who you're watching." Like good people make this game look easy, which unfortunately I would suspect would make it less interesting and appealing as a spectator sport. I'm having a great day. Yeah, and Giraffe, and that's why I was sort of careful with my comments around the depth. People will say Trials is a very simple and basic game, but I could sit here and talk to you for hours about the depth of it. So yeah, I haven't spent time to understand it.
Fantastic.
Twin Fire! Congratulations on the graduation. My hat went flying, but I'll find it. $17, my friend. You get a lot too. Congratulations on the graduation, buddy. Oh my god, I don't even remember this track. What a weird start. It's always weird, even years after the game comes out, I still always spend so much less time on DLC tracks than I do base game. Slow down here. Yep. So that's a stupid obstacle. Just stupid. Twin Fire, I hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Even the Oz track? What? Oh yeah, I hate that. The Sydney track sucks. The Sydney track, man. You know what? I am a little bit bitter and disappointed that I didn't actually even get asked to contribute to the Sydney track. Like maybe honestly, you guys should all just be like, Shady, you did enough, man. Let us have some fun. And I get that. I respect that. I'm being greedy when I had more involvement than most, but I just felt like I'm the only Aussie on the entire development team. You're building tracks in Australia, and you didn't just say, you know what, Shady? Tell us, just design it. Give us some ideas. What's some cool Aussie things we could put in the background? I never got a chance. And Giraffe, yeah, man, the Gold Coast one I hate. The Sydney one's alright, but they're not fun lines. But Sydney itself is just not. I mean, it just doesn't do it justice. The Outback, which is the Outback? Oh yeah, yeah. That Outback one's alright. I'm not even paying attention anymore. Yeah, Twin Fire, I'm really good, man. Looking forward, to be honest, to Friday. I've been doing lots of interviews this week for people to join my team, not the other way around. Just draining. Awesome fun, but just draining. Because it's interesting, like when you're interviewing somebody, like, you know, you're representing your firm. But you have to be present, right? Like, you're in the middle of a day. You might be having tons of stuff happening, stressful stuff going on. You've got problems. You've got everything. But then when that interview starts, right? Like, you've got someone in there that is, you know, nervous and, you know, they're trying to put on a good impression to you. And if you come in underprepared, if you haven't, you know, read their information, if you're not switched on for that stuff, it's a really bad look, and it's just disrespectful to the candidate. So, but yeah, the net result is that sometimes, like, yeah, you're not mentally sort of in the right headspace, and you kind of just have to get over it and figure it out. Well, actually, so it's interesting, Oris. And Giraffe with the whole concept of NDAs. All right, I've barely spoken to Red Lynx since. I mean, I want to say I did some stuff with Ubisoft when this event happened, which was last year. I had to look at the shirt to find out when it happened. But yeah, I mean, I haven't done anything with Red Lynx since Like, so officially with Redlands until like October 2018. So months before the game came out, I was kind of done. I'm still friends with the dudes, but haven't done anything with them. The NDA that I signed is effectively a sort of lifetime NDA. So technically speaking, if there was features that were talked about the game that didn't end up getting built or anything else, or things like that, I really shouldn't be talking about that type of stuff. As far as new games, what I tend to do, and this is just as a rule of thumb, if I know stuff, I'll just simply ignore questions and not even get into conversations about it. If I know nothing, and I haven't been involved in anything, I get to be a fan. So sometimes, and it's weird, sometimes by working on the game you lose your ability to be a fan, but I kind of have to just find that balance where I can sometimes find topics that I'm like, no, you know what, I can talk openly. The challenge is, right, because of my position, it's a long answer, but I've got to sort of talk through the thought process. Because of my position, because of my involvement in the game, if I have no information and decide to speak as a fan sharing my honest opinion, it could be perceived, or I worry that it could be perceived as someone with official information. I can't speak on that basis. So I'm in a tough spot. I don't really want to talk about some topics, right? So I'll be critical of the game, no question. I posted on Reddit about multiplayer like this week, saying how I would have liked to have seen it done and how I wish it is done, because I feel like multiplayer is ineffective and doesn't work in the current game. As far as new games go, I don't know. So the short answer is, I don't know anything official. I haven't had any conversations. I'm not privy to any inside information, so I can honestly speak as a fan and nothing else. I honestly don't know, and I don't want to speculate. I don't know. I mean, but again, like most times, I have ideas, and if I had my way, and maybe one time, probably not this stream, but maybe one time, I might actually articulate if I had the ability to sort of design the next one, what I would make it, and it's weird, but I'd actually make it quite differently to what they are now. So maybe another time, remind me one night, maybe another beverage stream, I'll sit down and talk to you about if I had the resources and the opportunity to sort of design what I think the next Trials game should be, I'll sit down and tell you what I think it should be. But honestly, I have no information, I don't know the answer, and at the moment, wouldn't even speculate. Oh, so that UB Connect stuff, is that actually cross-platform lobbies now? Really? Damn. So, Yajmista. It's a pretty interesting... So look, what I will do is defend my buddies in this Trials Elite group. So there was 20 people from the community providing input to this game. I think it's easy to make statements like that from the outside, and it's valid criticism, and cool, I'll cop it, I don't care. But I think what you've got to understand is that the development team for this game was 150 plus people across probably 3 different countries. The community group was 20 people that were brought into 2 workshops over the space of 2 years for a total of 6 days, where we provided input to a bunch of people. So you think about, and yes, we might have had some forums and places where we could chat and provide feedback, and we did some online stuff as well, but realistically, it was the grand total of 20 days for maybe 2 or 3 weeks worth of work maximum, compared to a 2 to 3 year development period for 150 whatever stuff, or like however big the team was in the end. It's just not. We didn't design the game, right? We provided input to key points, and the developers, creative directors, producers, etc., reserve the right to disagree with us, to take our advice. And this is the part. So whenever, if you ever do want to, be critical of the 20 passionate people that are like you and me and everyone else that, they put in a lot of effort and put a lot of heart into it. They might have had ideas that weren't listened to, that weren't feasible, that weren't practical, that weren't cost effective. Like, there is 1,000 different things that go into making decisions on how to build a commercial product. It's not just a love letter to the fans, but I promise you, they tried to, and they listened to us a lot, and those 20 people busted their ass, like the dev team did, to try and make this game the best they could. So, all criticism aside, it's valid. If it's not the game you wanted, I get it. But I have to back up the people because I watched it, right? Like, most people didn't get the opportunity to watch the conversations, to hear the passion, to hear the arguments, to hear the persuasive conversations, and just, like, there's so much, regardless of what you see at the end, the love and energy and, just the heart that went into the work that we did was, like, it was a great opportunity. I'm so glad to be part of it. So, it is what it is. Video games are tough, and I learned a lot about the whole dev process, man, and it is a difficult thing. And if you haven't done it, and most people won't get the opportunity to, but if you haven't done it, I don't give too much weight to too much criticism, to be honest. Sorry, I wasn't listening to chat, but I thought that was an important conversation. Damn, Oris. That's cool, though. I'm glad they've got that for Ubi games. Nah, but remember, too, this game was... it might be right. I don't know. Yeah, and look, so to Giraffe's point, like, they are, like, you think about it, like, they put ninjas in the game, right? Ninjas, like, you tell me, who but the most hardcore of hardcore Trials players cared about that stuff? And they put, like, a lot of effort into creating those tracks and that whole difficulty and everything else, right? So, like, as a simple example, it absolutely isn't just about, we're just trying to appease one group of people. We're trying to appease everybody, but like with any investment decision, right? And ultimately, you have to understand it's a commercial entity. They are making an investment decision, and every decision that you make, and actually it's funny, I did an MBA, and what that gave me more than anything was an awareness of just it basically gave, it helps me understand and provided me with a decision-making framework, which was about assessing investments and investment decisions on things that aren't like for like they're not sort of easily comparable, but to help you figure out how to compare multiple different things and make a decision on them. And ultimately what it says is like everything is an investment. It's an investment of time, money, resources, etc. So every single decision that is made on a video game is ultimately an investment decision. And so for the time that you put into creating ninja content, you might have another feature that you want. And I promise you, there's a lot more features that devs want to implement, but they can't for various, time constraints and money constraints and all these other constraints. Because if they just made it a love letter to the hardcore of fans, then only a small group of people might be interested in it. If there aren't new things to attract new players, then the same group of people are going to play it. If I don't know, if they just did what you wanted in the game, then you would be happiest in the world, but you might not even be their target audience or demographic. Like, their marketing plans and market research and everything might simply say that there's a different group of people that, I'm sorry, are going to be more profitable. And maybe that newer group of people, that profitable group of people, are actually the ones that are going to fund the development, which allows them and enables them to create the love letter to the fans and create ninja content and all the rest of it. So, I've watched some of those conversations play out. Not like that. I'm overlaying a lot of myself into this, but like I did definitely see the struggle between what it's trying to be. Is it? Are we trying to just get new people? Are we trying to do and satisfy the old? Where's the sweet spot? Where's the balancing point? And every one of the decisions goes through that. So yeah, it's a way more complex process than most people will ever realize. But not a single person came into work and said, I want to screw this up. I want to make it bad. I want to upset people. So, yeah. It is what it is. Bradders! I was just talking about you/us. I forget about that every time. Nah, I was going on a long rant about the passion and love and energy that was brought to the elite group. Not talking too much specifics, but just saying, I guess just defending that group for how much energy and stuff they put in. So, you know, not every one of our ideas might have been listened to, but I think every one of us would be proud that we accurately represented the community and voiced, you know, I think we were a fair and reasonable voice for the community. So, you know. And I was sort of saying that, like, you know, the dev's job isn't to just do what those 20 people said, and we weren't there as game designers. We were just there to provide some feedback, and I think we were very open and very honest, and we were given a safe space to be brutally honest where we wanted to as well. So, yeah, I think we did. I think we did the community proud. Whether you like the output or not is kind of irrelevant. I think that group of people did a good job. And it's weird. We might have got a trip to Helsinki out of it, but I promise you, the amount of hours that everyone put in, testing and providing feedback, like, we earned that money. Everyone put in a lot of work. Terrible what's going on. Vib SO. Yeah, and Oris, I think that's it's one of those things that where, yeah, like, if you want to have a dev team that's sticking around for years and supporting it for years and creating content for years and updating it for years and tweaking it for years and all the rest of it, you gotta be making money every year, right? So, and you're right, the two models that really exist at the moment are, yeah, like. And the thing is, it's weird. So yeah, you're right. Subscription, and I think subscription is taking a lot more. I mean, people prefer the subscription because, I mean, it's a cash flow thing, right? Like, it's funny. I subscribe to so many different streaming services, and I justify each one of them because it's like, oh, it's only $10. It's only $10. I don't even know what they are if I add them all up, but if I add them up, I'm actually paying quite a lot of money for entertainment. But for me, every one of the decisions individually, I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's only $10, and I'd spend that much on lunch. So who cares? It's just lunch once a month. And yeah, like, so I find that the subscription stuff is far easier to accept. Whereas I think that's where people get some frustration. So microtransactions were never actually what they were designed to be. Microtransactions were supposed to be micro. They aren't. When a cosmetic item is $4 or some BS, $10 or some crap, that's not a microtransaction. That's a game. Microtransaction, what it should have been as microtransaction is cents. And I've always been an advocate of lower prices, higher volume to generate income rather than higher prices, lower volume. And when you've got, if you were able to spend $10 to get a bunch of acorns, but you knew that you'd be able to get 20, 30, 40 pieces of customization stuff. It's all digital assets anyway. Who cares? Go and buy a ton of them. You probably wouldn't have a problem with it. But when you've got to spend, larger amounts of money, and I'm probably going back to your bloody Fortnite skins and stuff, that type of stuff is ludicrously expensive. Terrible. New account. Yeah, I'm playing on PC. I'm trying to... basically, this stream is just about unlocking content, man. I'm just playing tracks and progressing. Yeah, I want to play on PC from now on because I don't want to stream from my Xbox because I don't want to have to deal with swapping over HDMI cables and changing my console display setting every time I want to stream. So it's a bit weird. I've lost all my progress. But equally, I was looking at it going, you know what? I don't know. I don't know if I care anymore. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. But I'm just when I looked at what I was doing streaming, I'm not leaderboard climbing anymore. All of that's kind of done. Nowadays, it's just this. I'm happy to just chill, play some trials. I might try and speedrun and whatnot when I feel like it. But yeah, I've got a PC that can do this, so why not? Haunted wants to be my friend? What about if I don't want to be his friend? How do I... I know, I just saw it turn up. How do I... This is awkward. Actually, can we... How do you get to Uplay Overlay in Trials? I know what it is in Steam. Shift F2. There you go. All right. What do I do with this, man? Seriously, what do I do with that? I mean, all right. Just, I don't know, man. There you go, Haunted. I think my PlayStation's worse. Xbox, actually no, Xbox gives you 200 messages of people that you don't, you aren't friends with. And I think mine is just at 200, so I don't even know what's happening if I get any more. Dude, if anyone's on here now and wants to be added, go for it, man. But otherwise, I'm not, yeah, I'm not, I don't know. The joys of being the professor, I guess. Oh no, I hit the brake way too hard. Sorry, I just got a big bronze. Yeah, I'm being all cool. I'm I got so many friends. But I don't do any multiplayer gaming with anybody, even people I know in real... So, it's weird. Anybody I know in... Damn it. Anybody I know in real life, I don't game... Well, they're not gamers. And anybody I know from gaming, I don't play games with. So... I basically just don't play multiplayer games. So I'm actually quite happy with the Game Pass arrangement with Xbox, because I was paying for gold for years and getting no value from it. I pay a little bit extra money now, but now I get PC games and Xbox games. And in addition to that, online stuff, but who cares? Alright, who else added me? Was there someone else in here that... I feel bad. It does. At least it doesn't tell me. Oh, there you are. Oh, terrible. I don't even know. Did this show my... Oh, this shows my name here. You're playing Trackmania, are yours? Yeah, no, the EA stuff I'm keen for, Bradis. Agreed. By the way, I've let these build up for ages, so some of these are probably 2 years old. Do you reckon we just send one to one random? Alright, pick someone off here. So I'm assuming if the bottom of this is the newest people, the top has to be the oldest. Pick someone off that screen that we should accept, and we'll just accept one random. So come on, put it up in chat. Who's got the coolest name, coolest picture, something that strikes a chord with you, and I'll accept one of them, and then maybe I'll get like a random message from someone that's just like, I've been waiting 2 years for this, or they'll just be like, who are you? I'm not doing guest. No. Pootis. Dark Timmy. Dark Timmy sounds cool. '23rd user. You know what? Dark Timmy. Pootis. Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's go. If anyone messages, it's going to be hilarious. I doubt it will happen, by the way, but I have to amuse myself somehow. Can I show you my skateboard again? I'm really happy about my skateboard. All right, I reckon this is the last track. It's getting close to 11 o'clock. It's a school night. It's a school night. So I am about to get some rest, I believe. And I say this every time when I finish stream. What I'm actually saying is I'm going to go watch Netflix and play on my phone for like 2 hours. But I need that to like wind down. It's weird. It's like I'm kind of just chilling here talking, but this is a heightened level of energy than I would have. I promise you that if I wasn't doing this, I'd be sitting on the couch, doom scrolling. That's a word that I've never actually used before, but I've only really seen it circling around the Twitter sphere over the last couple of days for obvious reasons. Doom scrolling is such a good word. Because you're just looking for the next thing to just make you go, seriously? Really? Are we at that now? Niners Packers? I haven't even looked because the 49ers haven't got a team. They forgot to bring players. I don't know. It's usually, I don't know, evening. 10 o'clock in the morning. I've got tons of work on tomorrow, so I'll just watch it when I finish work. So no spoilers until after I watch the game, please. Which is usually about 12 to 15 hours late. Yeah, man, I think like most people around the world, we've been watching the US election. Look, I'll be honest, I watched a very good take today from someone, and he said this. He's like, look, there's political victories and there's moral victories, and the political victory may happen. The moral victory is already lost. The amount of people, and I don't care, the amount of people that have voted for Trump is so significant still that is seen as the person that inspires hope and leadership and progression and where people want the country to go. And as an outsider, that shocks me. Like, it's unfathomable that such a majority, like tens, hundreds of millions of people go, yep, amazing. That represents me. That's what I want for the future. I want more of this. I want to keep going. And I don't get it. But this is democracy, right? So if that is democracy, and this is the thing, if democracy was failing, then like, that's really bad, and I think there's a lot of questions to suggest that it, well, there's certainly attempts to make that happen. But if that many people want this, then maybe that is democracy, right? Like, democracy isn't about you winning all the time, right? Maybe people want this, but that to me is actually worse. If the humanity has gone from all of this, and now it's, I don't know, it's about being popular, or it's about enabling racism, and it's like, that to me is a far worse outcome, to be honest. And that's probably the most depressing and disappointing thing about all of this. Yeah, look, I don't like, I won't profess to understand the detail. And I get, yeah, I mean, yeah, look, the electoral college thing's got to go in the bin. That makes no sense as an outsider. But just, I don't know, that whole thing is just, it's, look, as an outsider, man, it's depressing. It's unfortunate. I want to look to people that are seen to be the global leaders need to act like leaders, and leaders inspire hope. They promote unity. They, you know, and I think the inspiration, and that is not, like, there is nothing, you cannot look at this current administration and say you're inspired. It should make you want to be a better person. It should represent the ideals of, you know, and look, they you know, they're supposed to be, but like it or not, they're supposed to be setting the ideals for the world, setting the standards, setting the bar, and it should be a high bar. It should be about quality and, you know, compassion and empathy and all this other stuff. And I mean, look, there's a lot of countries that over the last, God knows how many years, would say that's not been the case anyway. But I don't know. I'd like to think that we can get that from them, and it's not there. And yeah, that's disappointing that so many people still want more of this. So anyway, that's my piece. I'm all about humanity. You know, poor people should be supported. Sick people should be made well. Rich countries should not have, you know, significant amount of, you know, homelessness, and rich people should help people that are less fortunate. Including paying taxes. Like, you know, I want that lens to go over everything that happens in the world. And I don't, like, and when I say those statements, they're not political statements, they're humanity statements, right? So, for people that are not, everything can be spun and twisted and all the rest of it, but if I go back to those statements, surely, like, I'd like to think that every human in the world looks at everything that's happening through that same lens. They don't, and that's the sad part, right? Ryan, my... Ryan, I decided to start on PC because I wanted to play on... I wanted to have it set up so I could play 4K on my Xbox in 1080p when I capture and record. I got a capture card that apparently did that, yet the Xbox still was playing around with my settings, and effectively every time I wanted to stream or play my Xbox in 4K, which I bought, you know, a TV and a brand new Xbox so I can play in 4K, and every time I want to do that, I'm going to have to unplug all my capture equipment and then plug it all back in when I try and capture. It's just not worth it. So I've pretty much just decided I want to stream from PC, and when I just want to play games for myself, I'll play on Xbox. And that just keeps it a lot cleaner and simpler. So, but what it means, I've got to go to my PC account and unlock everything again. Seriously? Yeah, there should be no president that sounds like Jack Ryan. Oh yeah, meat fish. No. That stuff doesn't shock me at all. Blanderson, I agree. Do I have any videos of me dropping in anywhere? The biggest one I ever did, someone filmed it and they filmed it in bloody time lapse, and I was too scared to do it again. So there's like a shot of me at the top, like this, they took a series of pictures, and there's a shot of me at the top and then one at the bottom, and that was it. So no. Let me build up the courage and keep reminding me, and I'll try and get back to it. There's a 3-4 foot ramp close to me that I want to get back to keep doing. But I did teach a 16-year-old kid, like last week. I was at skate park, 6 o'clock in the morning. I was at the skate park, it was just me and him there, and we were just chatting away. And he's like, and I was telling him how bad I was, and I sucked, and and he'd been skating for a few months, and he was already getting pretty good, but he couldn't drop in. I could see him like trying to psych himself up, and I just walked up. I was like, "Dude, you can do this, no question." He's like, "Can you?" And I think he was trying to be like, "Oh, well, can you do it?" I was like, "Yeah, man, no problems." Boom, dropped in. And then he saw it. He's like, "Oh, when? All right, cool." And he went, and I talked to him for about 5 minutes, taught him a couple of things, and yeah, nailed it. And he was doing them just like nothing. So, yeah, you can do it, man. It requires no skill. It requires heart. It requires courage. The one I was doing with this guy was like a foot high, like 1 or 2 foot ramp. Like it was a tiny little thing. But yeah, man, it is. If it's got lots of sizes, you start small. It's totally fine, man. But like, so here's the tip. If I was going to do a University of Trials lesson on dropping in, this is what it's going to be. A couple of things that really helped me. Firstly, just being able to ride around on your board. That should go without saying. Once that happened, the steps that I went through, the first thing is you want to get used to the feeling of doing it. So what I ended up doing with no board on my feet, right? So I ride regular, so I have my right foot on the top of the coping, my left foot just hanging in the air, positioned how it would be if I was standing on a board. And then what I would do is actually just get used to falling in and just run down the ramp. So literally just like lean your body weight and run down. And what you're trying to get used to is just that feeling of just letting your body kind of fall down into the ramp and then run out of it. That helps you kind of just get comfortable with it. The next thing I do, and really you just have to kind of go for it, right? Start on a small ramp, wear pads if you can. I've seen people hold hands and stuff with others to get confidence. That's not a bad idea, but if you haven't got anyone to do it with, then you're just going to have to try and go for it yourself. But try to find the smallest ramp you can. But the way I do it is this. You actually have to let your body fall. So you know how, like imagine if you were just standing up and you're just standing in the middle of a room, right? Nothing around you. And if you just started leaning forward, so just if you like this, standing up straight and just start leaning forward, but wait until you get to like 20, 30 degree angle, what would you do? Right? If you got to that point, so you keep your feet dead still and just start falling forward. And then I said, go. How would you save yourself, right? Naturally, what you do is you put a foot out in front and stomp it down as hard as you can to catch yourself, right? That's exactly what dropping in is. So what you want to do when you're on the board, you actually want to let your body weight fall. Because what you got to think about it, right? If you're standing up straight, but where your body weight needs to be to ride the ramp is like this. So if you stand up straight and then just try and lean a little bit with your body weight and go forward, when you get to the ramp, you're leaning too far backwards and you're going to fall and hit yourself on the coping, which is the worst outcome. So what you have to do is actually start falling. So don't move your feet. When you start dropping in, what you do is you keep your feet stationary and you let your body weight. And you actually lean out over the board and lean as far as you can. And then once your body weight is like right out over the front of the board, then you just stomp that front foot down as hard as you can. And I promise you, it's almost impossible to lean too far forward when dropping in. You just start drifting forward, stomp your front foot down, and just stick it. And I promise you, you'll just roll away. Like it's the weirdest and coolest thing, but you just ride away. But if you don't start leaning first, if you don't shift your body weight, and if you don't have your body weight over the front of the board like that, you will stack. You got the gist? Yeah. It's not hard. So hopefully that helped. I did say this was going to be the last one, didn't I? No, I'll finish this contract, then I'll finish up for the night. Easy. Easy. I think there's 3 tracks to go, yeah, probably. 5 tracks to go, yeah. I mean, Trials player at 2 a.m., right? We can all relate. Well, that's good. I progressed through like 20. Oh my god. Wow. The whole purpose of streaming tonight was actually because so I'm not finishing yet. Yeah, Paul, spend a bit of time figuring out that. Okay, sorry. So, the whole reason for this stream was I think Red Links have redesigned all of these tracks without my knowledge and without my input. So, the way that the University of Trials was always designed to work was that you had one big track and you could exit at any point. The way that the exit was clunky, so I think what they've done is probably a good idea, but we designed the tracks originally so if somebody was already good, you could go from start to finish straight away. What I think they've done now is, see how it says get grade D in tutorial? I think they've actually made a track that's grade D and then made a track that's grade C and then made a track that's grade B, and you have to go into a new track every time to get that. So I want to see this because I watched someone's thing and it was like B grade was the finish line. And I'd never seen that before. So
you've been given a bike that is heavy and has pretty bad acceleration.
Okay, I wouldn't have changed my videos.
Did you just accidentally hit skip?
So get grade D. So I want to see this. And if they had it, I don't think it's that. No, so they haven't. What the hell? No, see, this keeps working, right? What the hell? I swear, there was a finish line on grade D. On grade B, sorry. And it was on this track, I'm sure. What the hell? Now this is even weirder. Dude, there was like a checkered flag and a finish line at grade B. What? I've seen the B finish line. Trials rising down. Oh, are you kidding? Dude, I was freaking out. I thought, okay, I've never seen that. I thought, and I was going to say, that's a massive amount of work to redo all this stuff. So I was really surprised they did it. I've never seen that. So it's in the demo.
What are you doing? What could possibly be more important than your trials?
Again,
education?
Shady, I'm talking, man. All right, let me see if I can complete this, and now I'll go to bed. Wow, because I've never played the demo because obvious reasons. Oh yeah, you keep forgetting him on keyboard.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You got an A+. I can't teach you any more about transitions, but as any trials rider knows, you can always go faster.
Five regular tracks, tutorials. So I didn't even know the tutorials were in the demo. That's cool. Oh really, Oris? Yeah, no, I've never played the demo. So Ryan, you got gold on all tracks. Damn. You thought it was a silver run and you got it. GG's, man. That's wicked. All right. I'm done. Yeah, I think at one point we might have to play the demo. All right, let me see who's around. We got a bunch of people playing. You know what? Let's go and watch Meter Maid. Oh, no, it's not Meter Maid. Sorry, he's not playing anymore. He was on earlier. Pooper Drinker or Sword TV? Who wants to suggest? Who wants to? And thank you. Hey, honestly, thank you everyone for hanging out with me. It's been good. It's therapeutic. I needed the chat. Sword? No, it is your choice, Braders. Sword gets it. No, seriously, man, I enjoy the chat. It's helpful for me. It's fun. It's something different. I'm not going to be around for the rest of the weekend. So let's go and raid Sora TV. As always, Yellow Shady Chatty, whatever. It's late. Yellow Shady Hoodies in chat. If you've got them, if you don't, just go and say hi. Show some love. Be that awesome trials community that I know you can be. Show some compassion. Show some love. Be kind to a stranger, especially with everything else that's going on. Seriously, man. Just have empathy for humans. Understand other perspectives. I get that, but call out people that are not showing a level of humanity. That shouldn't be a controversial statement, but I feel like it is. It's weird times, man. Love humans. Let's go. All right, I'm out. Thanks so much. Bye.